Welcome back. This is Star Breakfast on Citizen TV. Now, I love starting the week by talking to powerful women, and today is no different. I do have a young power woman who's the CEO of her own company, Awangeshi Mwangi. Thanks for joining us. She is the CEO of Valura Group. Yeah. So, thanks for being here. Now, do you mind me mentioning your age? Because I'm just so impressed by you.
Sure.
23 years young.
Yeah.
Right?
23 years young.
And you have formed Valura Group, which is about advancing financial literacy amongst young people.
Yes.
So why Valura? Does that have a particular significance, the name?
Yeah, it does. When we were starting out the company, started out as 3 founders. And we wanted something around money, smart money, because we believe in investing and creating wealth from money. So we went on Google Translate to look for fancy ways of calling smart money, because smart money sounded boring. And we found Valura in Estonia. We searched the domain, it was available, and we called the company Valura.
Wow. Yeah. Now, you started this company while you were still in school in Strathmore?
Yes, we actually started it as a student project.
Wow.
I was in my 2nd year of school then, and my co-founders were in their 4th year of school. So we came together. We wanted to build something beyond just a school project. We wanted to transform it into a business, and we wanted to impact as many people as possible, because though we were tech students, I was pursuing BBIT at the moment, which is Bachelor in Business and Information Technology, and my co-founders were doing information technology. Yeah, so we decided, and our passion was all in finance. So we decided to do something around finance, but encompassing tech. And then we decided not to just let it hang as a student project, because we actually built a virtual trading platform, got A's in our student project, but decided to roll it out to university students, to high school students, and we're giving people virtual money and showing them how investments work, but using, risk-free, because you're using virtual money.
So let's talk about your upbringing a little bit.
Yeah,
where did the passion for finance come from?
Okay.
Was that something instilled in you at a young age?
Yes, it was. I started having a piggy bank. Actually, I started with ink bottles. So I would sellotape them all around, and then draw a small hole, put a small hole, and then put savings coins. And then my mom thought, this is ridiculous, let me open a bank account for you. So I started with a Jumbo Junior Coop bank account, and I would save a lot of money. I think for me, I come from a humble background, and I never wanted to be told, oh, there's no money for this. I wanted to have my own money. And I also wanted to have a future where I wasn't saying, oh, I don't have money for this, I don't have money for this. So I wanted to save and invest from a very young age. Wow. I bought my first shares when I was 13.
Are you serious?
Yeah, when Safaricom was doing its IPO, I was 13 then. Yeah, so I bought my first shares then, and I used to help my mom do her accounting. My mom runs a business, so she would come with her statements, and then I'd help her do her accounting. When I went to high school, I absolutely loved business. I was a smart student, so I was supposed to do medicine.
Right.
Smart students are supposed to do medicine, but I really, really loved business. I thought I would be an economist, and then tech came about, and then I thought I would be a tech economist.
That's the other thing, is that one would have thought that you would have studied something along finance. But
I actually wanted to study something along finance. So I got really good grades after my KCSE. I was one of the top females in the country.
Wow.
And I wanted to go to Stanford. But in one of the questions that Stanford asked in the application, it was, what matters most to you and why? And for me, the answer at that point was my family, God, my community, my friends. And at that point was the whole rise of open education courses like Coursera, edX, MIT, Harvard was doing open courses. And I had already started taking some of those, and I thought, why travel across the world for information when I could learn from here and grow the culture and community here? And by the time I was 18, I'd actually started my first job at the iHub. So I was seeing a lot of people move from the Western countries, from the States, from Europe, to come to Kenya, to come to the iHub, to set up shop, to start businesses. And I thought there was a lot of opportunity here, and I just didn't want to walk away from it that fast.
So you decided to stay.
So I decided to stay and build.
Yeah.
And for me, the university that spoke to me in terms of culture, in terms of, I don't know, the university that spoke to me was Strathmore University. And because I didn't want my parents to struggle to pay for me, I actually pursued a scholarship. They're giving scholarships to top 100 students, so I went out for that. And
I was told you didn't use your savings from the piggy bank.
Well, Strathmore is a bit expensive.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So I pursued financial economics, and I was told that I had applied late, but they gave me a scholarship for business and information technology. And I thought, I've been in the tech space for the past 7 months. There's clearly something here. Tech is engulfing each and every single industry or accelerating it, so why not do this and then find a way to integrate finance or business into it, which is what I did.
Now, let's talk about Valura and what it actually does. I know you're involved with students in high schools and colleges and teaching them how to invest, but how does it actually work? Is it an investment club?
Yes.
Because I see you have a lot happening on the website.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to understand, so maybe you can just explain that to us.
So Valura, the very first thing we started out with was a virtual trading platform. What a virtual trading platform does is mirror the investment ecosystem in Kenya. So we basically built a replica of how our investment system works, from shares, bonds, T-bills, fixed deposits, and then we give that out to students and give them fake money, like 500,000 shillings, 2 million, 1 million, depending on the age, the type of class, and then they invest that money exactly as they would in the real life, but using fake money, risk-free. That way, they learn in a fun, interactive way. They make losses, they make profits, they compete amongst each other. It's a really interesting way to learn. So that's what we started out with. And when rolling that out, we realized people didn't have the basic education. So it was very difficult to start with a virtual trading platform when I didn't even know how to save or how to open a bank account, or people lacked really basic financial skills. So we decided to start an investment club, and we decided to start it out in high schools. And high schools because I'm really passionate about high schools, and this is because high school is where I feel I came alive. I went to Precious Blood Recruiter, and there was so much focus on building the individual and forming someone. And I feel like I really came alive. I came within myself, within my high school experience. So I really wanted us to start a program that taps people when they're 14, 15, 16, and really inspires them to go beyond whatever their imagination can allow them to. So that's why we started the investment club in high schools. And we wanted it to be fun and competitive, so we ran competitions. We give them the virtual trading platform, we ran trainings for them, and then we ran competitions at the end of every program. And in these competitions, the competitions are structured in 2 ways. One is the virtual trading platform, where they're given money and they have to invest, and the person that makes the most return on their investment wins. And then we also give them companies. A lot of times, we don't know where to invest our money. That's the biggest problem. So we decided to structure a competition around how to make people decide where to invest. So we give people different companies. We give people Safaricom, we give them KCB, Equity Bank, Home Africa, and we tell them, go through this company, from the management to their plans, everything, and then tell us whether you think we should be investing in this company or not. And if you don't think we should be investing in this company, where do you think we should be investing? So we structured a competition around that. So in one way, students thought they were competing, but what they're really doing is learning. Learning how to analyze, learning how to make a sound investment.
I'm curious as to what the reaction was like when you began these programs in high schools, because not all high school students are wired to think investment and saving. A lot of them probably, don't have a lot of money to be saving and investing as well. So what was the initial response like?
That's another myth we have in Kenya, that we need a lot of money to start investing. I was doing some research the other day, and most people were talking about their first investment as being land, which I thought was pretty outstretched, because the
we are a land society, I think, in Kenya.
We are. And land is giving really good returns. I think the latest statistics tell us that it's doing 35% per annum return, which is a really good investment. And people should continue investing in land, but for the younger generation, I think we need to start building out with like the financial markets, doing shares, because you can get shares with 5,000 bob, even 2,000 bob. You can buy shares at a certain company and make maybe 4,000, 10,000 out of that 2,000. which is what I did. My first investment was with 10,000 shillings. So these high school students, they get pocket money of about 2,000, 4,000. By the end of the year, someone can accumulate 10,000, 15,000, and that can help them do something. We actually ran a competition. It was sponsored by Joe Musheru, who was our first investor, the CS now. He actually left the business when he became CS. So it was really sad for us, but we're really proud of him.
Yeah, I saw the Musheru challenge.
Yes, so we named it after him because he's the one that pioneered it, which is basically saying we give our winning students not a lot of money, 5,000 shillings, 10,000 shillings each, and we tell them go invest in anything for a period of 1 year. Now 10,000 shillings or 5,000 shillings is not a lot of money, but what it does is shows you practically how you can go about, how you can start. So we saw students investing in bamboo cement, we saw students investing 5,000 shillings into Bitcoin, into peer-to-peer lending. Then they went on and bought a printing company or invested in a printing company. By the end of that period, 5,000 had transformed into about 80,000, 30,000 cash, and about 80,000 in value if you consider the value of the print business that they had then, which I think is a fantastic thing. And that student went on to win 100,000 shillings and a scholarship to go to Strathmore University and study finance and economics, the thing that I was not allowed to do.
Yeah, so I guess that would be the other thing is how do you sort of rate your level of success with these simulations that you have going on in schools?
For us, success is how many people convert from virtual trading, from learning, to actually investing. We've had stories where students are opening CDS accounts with their parents, students are opening bank accounts, students are starting businesses, and students are joining university to do finance or to do economics, to do tech, and they're starting out ventures while in their first year of school or in their second year of school. And we started the university program where we're now starting to invest in small businesses. Yeah, so for us, success is basically seeing people transition from learning to doing, because investment is not about learning the theory, it's about the practice.
Speaking of success, you won the Global Social Impact Award at the Global Student Entrepreneur Awards in Washington, D.C.
That was in Washington, I think 2015.
Right.
Yes.
How did that sort of shape you as a business person and, you know, being who you are today?
Well, it was a sort of reaffirmation. We went to this program. We were, I think, 5 people from Africa. There were people from 38 different countries, and only 5 of us from Africa. And out of the 44 students that were there were only 3 females, myself included. So to be in a room with people from diverse countries and only 3 females was already a challenge in itself. But for me, I didn't take it as a challenge. I took it as a really amazing opportunity, and to be given that recognition to me was just affirmation that you're doing the right thing, soldier on, despite the challenges that you face, because every entrepreneur has their struggles, but it's just the attitude that we decide to take on the challenges that really defines who we are and how we forge forward.
I mentioned your age at the top of the interview here. Has that been a challenge for you in being in the business world, that you're a woman, that you're young, you know, that people might kind of look at you and say, does she really know what she's doing? Right. So how does that play into things? Okay,
I think I've been blessed to surround myself with really amazing mentors. From the minute that we started, we surrounded ourselves with people with experience, because we knew we were young. We didn't actually have the experience, and there's something about experience which makes you more sound, more logical. You have like an eagle bird's eye view towards situations and problems and how to grow a successful company. But there's also something really beautiful about inexperience, which is naivety. When you're naive, you think you can change the world. And those are actually the people that do. The people who think, no, things don't have to work that way. We can actually change them. And I think it's a really beautiful thing to be young. And I really like focusing on young people. That's why our focus is young people, high schools, universities, and now we're just starting people who are young professionals, because they are naive. They think they can change the world, and they will. But it's really important to surround ourselves with mentors. Like our oldest mentor, I have a board of directors stroke advisors, and their age group is from 60, 40, and 30s. So I think it sort of blends in that gap in experience for me.
Yeah.
And I'll always call upon them when I'm facing something or when I'm having a difficulty navigating something.
And with your success, you've also managed to mentor other young people who are interested in business and finance, right?
Definitely.
Maybe you can talk
they
about
give me
that.
life.
I mean, you're 23, so when I say young people, I'm just saying younger.
16, 15, those are the people that I talk to most. Yeah, I think that's my job. My job is to inspire the people that I work with and the community that we have, because the value of inspiration is limitless. The potential, the power, it's limitless, because when you tell someone they can do something, when someone thinks they can only jump to here, and you believe and you tell them they can reach the ceiling, they will. And especially if you know more and have done more, they'll believe you. There's a lot of self-doubt that happens that really cripples us sometimes. So when you're there telling someone, no, you can do it, you can jump to there, they actually start believing it and they start trying to jump to that place. Yeah. And they do. They jump and they hit the ceiling.
If you could impart on our audience one word of advice when it comes to investment and saving, especially to young people watching, what would that be?
Start. Don't just think about it. Don't just wish it. Just start. Take, there's different brokerage firms. You can do it online these days. There's so much information available online. Just start. Take out 5,000, take out 2,000, open a bank account, open a savings account, deposit your fast money. Take 5,000 shillings, go buy, what shares can you buy? KQ, go buy KQ shares, go buy something. Just start. You just have to start. And right now is a really good time to be investing in shares because of the way they've plummeted. The election period, it's a buyer's market.
Yeah, it's a buyer's market, exactly.
You know, people look at things differently. People would be thinking, oh, the market is not doing really well, let's stay away from it. But now is actually the time to go in, because you're getting everything at a discount, absolutely everything. The banking sector, which we know they'll be able to survive the difference in the interest rates. They'll survive, they'll push through. Different markets have, so there's no difference with our market. So just go in, invest. It's a really good time to start. Don't just sit there and wish. And you know, when you're young, you don't have so many risks. You don't have too many responsibilities. You can take on as much risk as possible. So please do.
Yeah. What does the future look like for you in 5 to 10 years? Do you still hope to grow this company? I mean, where do you see yourself?
I actually want us to grow this company to become either a mutual fund, a bank, a VC firm, private equity. The goal is to grow a really strong community, a really strong base, and start investing in that base and even giving out loans and investing together.
You've got the plan. She works on business plans, so you've got that down. Perhaps just as we wind up, you can tell people who might want to get in touch with you, or maybe somebody is a teacher of a school watching and wants your services. How can they do that?
Just go to the website, hello@valuraha.com or wangeshi@valuraha.com. Phone number, text, WhatsApp, Twitter. I'm personally not on Instagram or Snapchat, but you'll find me.
One young person who's not on Snapchat. I'm impressed. I guess it's been such a pleasure talking to you.
Likewise, thank you so much.
And I wish you all the success in the world. I know you will continue to make us proud.
Thank you.
So Wangeshi Mwangi is the CEO of Valura Group, and she has been my power woman for today. Power Breakfast continues though. Willis Raburu is on standby. We are talking cycling this morning in different ways that you can sort of get yourself into shape and stay in shape. So Willis Raburu, take it away.